Hey, movie fans, this is Seen It All, where every week we pick a film, break it down, and have some laughs while we're at it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of Seen It All. Today we are going to talk about Star Wars. We're talking about mostly the movies, episode 1 through 9. Let's everybody introduce yourself. We'll start up with Amanda.
Hi guys. Well, I got roped into this for some reason, but you could call me just a casual fan. Well, I enjoy the movies. I've probably seen them all once. I think 4, 5, and 6 I've seen several times. Number 5, I think I've seen many a times. But I roughly know the main characters. I definitely don't know a lot of details. I enjoy it when it's on, but I definitely forget about it if it's not on. I would not say I'm much of a fan. But yeah, I got I'm here. I'm here.
I'm Cindy, and I'm what you would call a fanatic. And I would say that I wouldn't consider myself a nerdy Star Wars fan because it goes beyond that. I don't collect all these little trinkets and this big thing here. This is Richard's, not mine. This is the only Star Wars thing I own is a T-shirt. But I do love Star Wars universe. I love the characters. I mean, the whole, I'll delve deep into it and do the research on the characters. I am currently watching Clone Wars, which explains so much, which we're not going to talk about here. But love it. I love the storyline. I think it's a fantastic universe that George Lucas created, and I enjoy it. I have probably watched, a dozen times each episode, so I know the characters very well.
All right. Thank you guys for introducing yourselves. So let's just start out right away. Cindy, which trilogy did you like the most? The prequels, the original, or the sequels? And then we'll go this way afterwards. All right.
I would have to say that I enjoy the prequels only because that's when I started watching Star Wars. I didn't start with the originals. So I'm not I don't enjoy Luke very much. I think he's super whiny.
Well, let's talk about what you like.
Okay. We'll talk about what I like. I love the prequels. I think that it not knowing Star Wars that well when I originally watched it, I was really, very tied into the characters. I love Padme, strong, women figure, and Anakin. I mean, he's amazing. He's like not the actor, but the character. Just how the whole universe unfolds, and then knowing that he's going to be Darth Vader, kind of makes me really, I guess, understand where he comes from, as opposed to I think that if you watched. Well, no, I guess everybody would know. Everybody would know that it's Darth Vader. So anyways, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the prequels much, much more than the originals.
I would say I like the originals, which is surprising for me because I only like modern movies. But I feel like that's so iconic. And then I think so I'm just gonna call them 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7, 7, 8, 9. Because I don't know the titles of these, but growing up when I was like of age to see 1, 2, 3, it was so complex for me and just all these storylines that I didn't get. So I didn't like them. And then now going back and seeing all the Star Wars when 7, 8, 9 came out, I was really interested in, and especially because it's a lot more modern. And I really like Rey. But I'd say the best definitely is 4, 5, and 6. For sure. Originals.
I will have to actually agree with you. 4, 5, and 6 are the best. Enjoy them. Just because that introduced the whole Star Wars universe, and it broke down a lot of the characters, all individualized characters. I like that every character in the although 3, 4, what is it, 4, 5, 6, they all went through hardship. Princess Leia lost her planet and the people. Luke lost his hand. He found out his dad is the guy that did that. And then he got the carbonation, and they had to save him. So they all found a struggle and they overcame it. So I think that's what I really love and appreciate about those 3 original. So, but yeah, I wasn't a big fan of your other ones that you're talking about.
The prequels? The prequels?
The sequels, not
The sequels. I mean,
they're a lot more entertaining, I think. I think the originals, you see a lot more of the world where there's like the band and the different, the desert and things like that. You get a lot of backstory. And then the 7, 8, 9 is a lot more modern where you get a lot of action and explosions, which I like.
But I think also the sequels assumes that everybody's already seen Star Wars, so it doesn't delve into the universe as much. It's more...
I think I like that.
I mean, that is actually what I did like about the originals, the 4, 5, and 6, is that it does a good job of... But again, it's because this was like the first time we've seen Star Wars. So it has a lot of the universe, and it's a lot to take in. I think, it took me a while to know what all the planets were. And I think that 1, 2, and 3, the prequels don't do that as much.
Okay. They don't?
No, I don't. It's only between Coruscant and Naboo. Right? And I think 4, 5, and 6 was, what planet was Luke on?
Coruscant, Naboo was,
but sorry, 1, 2, and 3 also had Tatooine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 4, 5, 6 did too. Anyways.
So, since we were talking about this right now, movies, which Star Wars movie is the most rewatchable, and why for you guys?
She doesn't rewatch, so doesn't.
She's rewatching it. She's rewatching.
For me personally, I love Revenge of the Sith. I think it's so good. Revenge of the Sith, and
which number is that?
That's 3.
Okay.
That's when he becomes officially Darth
Vader. And The Force Awakens with Rey. I love that one. That's so good. I love Rey. I think she's such a strong character. Yeah, I could watch those again and again.
So I gotta go with the best one, which is The Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, that's the one. Yes, yeah.
Which one is that?
The Empire Strikes Back. That's where Luke finds out Darth Vader's dad, and yeah.
Is it the one with the band?
No, that's that's Planet Ewok.
Yeah, I like that one. I love the Ewok.
Yeah, Ewoks are pretty cute.
So what scene gives you goosebumps no matter how many times you see it? Cindy?
Okay. Well, Revenge of the Sith, where Padme says to you're going down a path I can't follow.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like, oh, she says, Anakin, you're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow. And then, the fight scene between, I think that's like probably one of the best fight scenes between Obi-Wan and Anakin. And when, he has to basically chop his limbs off. And he's so heartbroken. He's like, you're my brother. That's really, if you, sorry, I'm going back to Clone Wars again. I mean, they're very, very close. I mean, they have, it doesn't say it in the movies, but you can kind of, I think between 2 and 3, they've done a lot of battles together. So they've gotten very close and almost equal. He's not his Padawan anymore. Anakin is not Obi-Wan's Padawan anymore. And so to have to basically kill his brother, I mean, that's just heartbreaking for him. And every time I watch that scene, I'm just like, wow, like it's so well written. How about for you?
I would say when Han Solo dies. Spoiler alert.
I think everybody's seen it.
Because which was surprising for me because I'm not a Star Wars fan, and I only went to see this one, number 7, right? Right.
Yes.
Just for the heck of it, and didn't even know anything going in. I don't know if it was leaked or anything that he was going to die, but just enjoying the movie just as entertainment and knowing that he's such an iconic character, and then he's dead. Oh my gosh, that was goosebumps for sure.
Well, for me, actually, a little tidbit. Uh, what's his name? Harrison Ford has been trying to get his character killed in every Star Wars movie.
Yes.
Fighting because he was done with it. He's not a big fan of Star Wars. He likes Indiana Jones, so he wanted his character to be killed off every movie. So, but he became a favorite of the fans. For me, I gotta go to Cindy's favorite one, episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. But mine is the one where it's over Anakin. I have the high ground. Just to see how Anakin's just like angry and in pain, and he's not giving up, and he wants to, he'll fight till or death, and his best friend has to leave him there because Anakin wants to kill him no matter what. So to me, that scene is always like very like wow,
Yeah.
crazy. It just stands out.
I don't care. Yeah, so good. So good.
So for you, who's the most overrated Jedi or Sith?
Overrated Sith, I would have to say Count Dooku. He does nothing for me. He doesn't he's not evil looking enough.
Count Dooku's the 6-arm dude?
Or
is that the
guy? That's
oh no, that's
General.
Grievous, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, the old guy. The old guy played by, I don't remember the actor's name. I think he's overrated. He just doesn't seem that powerful. His delivery, just in his character, his demeanor, is very kind of like rich count, but not evil. Not evil enough for me. For a Jedi, come back to me on that.
I got one for sure.
I thought you were going to say Luke because we were just going off about crybaby.
Initially, yes, but when he comes back, right? I mean, 5th episode. No, sorry, not 5th. 8th episode. 7th, 8th. Which one does he? I mean, when he's older, he's super powerful, and I like him because he has that feel of being honorable and strong, and yet he knows that it was his fault, even though it really wasn't his fault. That all these Padawans died and so on and so forth. But yeah, as a young one, definitely Luke.
No, I would say Yoda. Oh, he's so corny. He's so corny. Okay, before I watched all these, I would always hear Yoda and his lines and stuff, people quoting him. And then I watched the movies. I watched, I guess, 4.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so lame. He's like this frail, pale green, dying. And then he flies. I'm like, ew, it's so corny. He's just like a Muppet.
But I think that's the way it's made, though. Not his character. It's just production, right?
What, did you like him in the
really
prequels?
Disappointing.
Did you like him in the prequels?
Yeah, better. He did better.
Because he had that big fight.
But he was old and hairy and wrinkly.
Oh, so that's just production. You can't.
And he's flying. When I saw him flying, I was like, all right. This guy's gotta go. I don't like it.
That's why. Flying.
When he was battling, I don't know, his first battle, and I thought it was gonna be epic, and it's just like a lame flying Muppet.
That's funny. Yeah, you can't blame the character. You gotta blame the production.
No, I think I had a character, but I have to agree with you. I gotta go with Count Dooku because to me he was what was the episode 2, the clone Clone Wars. Was it a Clone Wars? See,
Attack
Attack of the Clones. Yeah.
Wow.
See,
She knew.
talking about the Clone Wars.
I know. I'm sorry.
Talk about it.
But Count Dooku at the end, he beat both Anakin and
Obi-Wan.
and they leave defeated. But in the start of the episode 3, Anakin beats him with no problem. I know, like in between there, he got more powerful, but I think that he could at least put up a better fight than just like get beaten so fast. That really upset me. It really annoyed me so much watching that because he's like, you're so powerful, and then you're just so weak. He's like, you can't be Anakin did not just get that strong that fast. Like, so he's very overrated. But then underrated. Who would you suggest for
underrated? I was going to ask you. Underrated for a Sith. Oh my God, Darth Maul. Darth Maul. I mean, he is. And again, this is probably because of the actor. Ray Park is an amazing stuntman. Is my favorite fighting scene is the one between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan. And Qui-Gon. Yeah. That, like the best, like even better than Anakin and Obi-Wan on Mustafar, I think, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, I think he's super underrated. I was very surprised that they killed him because he's so good. He's way more powerful, a way better fighter than Count Dooku. But then again,
spoiler alert, he's not dead.
We know that, but we're not talking about.
Sorry.
He's not dead. I know that. So I think that yes, he's a better fighter, but I guess maybe in terms of like force wise, maybe he's not as powerful as Count Dooku, which is why he was so easily defeated, but not very easily defeated. I mean,
he took on 2 Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. The least underrated Jedi, I think Obi-Wan. I think that they make him seem, at least, in as Ben, he seems like he's a frail old man, and even as a younger Obi-Wan, he doesn't look like he's much in comparison to Anakin. But I think that's only because he's a lot more what's the word? Like Anakin is very wild. Like I think that Obi-Wan has a lot more discipline, which is why he seems like he's not as strong. But so I think he's the most underrated.
I have no comment. I have no opinions. They're all equally fine with me.
Wait, also can I add? I also think that Darth Vader is.
So you said mine.
I'm sorry because
I told you.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see what you say, then I'll add to it.
But yes, I think Darth Vader is very underrated. Because episodes 4, 5, and 6, he just walks around. He just has one fight, I think, with Luke, like just a big battle. They show him being, in the sky planet, like he takes the gun away from them, but there's never that big fight scene except for Luke. And to me, it was still strong, but 70s is not like today, so they make it's a slower paced fight, but it's still a good fight to me. And then now, like the shows and like even Rogue One are trying to show how badass he is, and then even in the comics, it's showing how badass he is. But in the movies, they never showed that badassness to me. Like the only Rogue One did, but that was like a few minutes. But I feel like that's the reason. I feel he's so underrated.
I think that my take on it is that he wasn't power hungry like Palpatine was. I think that for him, it was more trying to control his little circle, which was, his mom dying and Padme dying. I mean, he had visions of Padme dying. Little, did he know that it was really due to him? I mean, she died of heartbreak. Even though she died in labor, I truly believe it's heartbreak. Yes, it's a love story.
That's so
stupid. It's a love story.
Heartbreak.
So I think that his power was never fully unleashed. I think that if he did have like and maybe he always had anger, but that lust for power, like Palpatine did, I definitely think that he would be a lot more powerful. I just think that what we see is just, Darth Vader just living like he doesn't have purpose anymore. He's just going along with whatever Palpatine says. So
So, actually, did you watch any of the? Or I think there's only one spin-off movie, the Han Solo movie. Did you watch it, or did you
I
think?
did not. I didn't watch it because I only loved the Skywalker.
Mm,
I don't care for Han Solo. I think if we're talking about character, he's my least favorite character. I just think he's super cocky.
So, which character
agree.
then would you want to have a spin-off?
Oh my God, for sure, Rey. I mean, she's amazing. I love Rey. I think she is a kick-ass character. I mean, she can do everything that Luke can without whining about it.
I agree with that.
Okay, so we're gonna jump because you keep bringing up Rey.
Yeah.
With Rey, what do you think of her character arc that was done in the new movies? Because you speak about her the way she's strong and all that, but to me, I feel that was only in the first movie. She was trying to find out who she was. Second movie, third movie, she finds out she's a nobody, and then third movie, she fights Palpatine, but she's just not now he's a relative of his. So, but I never felt that she was that strong character. I always felt that she was more of a lost character who's trying to find herself, not a strong, independent character. So I guess I didn't see that. So what scenes or what part of her made her strong, like a strong character for you?
Do you want to go and I'll add?
We're going there.
Okay.
Um,
So I think that you're wrong in that case because you're not seeing strength as like an inner strength. I mean, she basically raised herself. She's very
but she's lost. She's lost. She doesn't know what to do. She's like,
she's
she's trying to find her real parents. That's her
yeah.
goal.
But the
That's-
strength to be that resourceful by yourself without without anybody around. I mean, I think that that speaks to her inner strength. And that is what leads her, to the whole, like her direction, her journey of trying to find her parents, trying to find where she comes from. So I think inner strength is very important in Rey's character. And, just her journey, like she doesn't quit going to find Luke. She doesn't quit. She's very persistent in trying to find him. She doesn't get lured to the dark side, which is, again, strength. She's that inner strength, and you know how I feel about the whole Palpatine thing. She's not meant to be. I mean, that was just like such a mess up of
Storytelling.
so yeah, like, I don't think that was how it was supposed to be. I don't read it like that. I think that, in the beginning, it definitely wasn't pointing to her being the granddaughter. She's deeper than that. The way just everything, execution, like the way she was just portrayed in the first movie, she had to have been more than just Palpatine's granddaughter clone.
Okay. In words.
I agree.
Oh, funny. Yes, inner strength, but I still, to me, I never saw that in this strong, independent person. The person I see like that is older Luke. He takes on Kylo Ren, and as his little force thing. So to me, he was more of that. But how do you feel about them? Since Kylo Ren here, Rey, that I liked it that she was never in a romance. Like they never put her like, oh, I love Kylo, or I like what's his name? Finn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel they should have been stronger romantic or love between those two, or were you okay with them just being?
I think it was the perfect amount where she was strong enough to fight her battles and wasn't like clouded by all that, but you could kind of get the vibe where she was she felt something for these characters.
I think that it was a little bit too much of a romance for me. I did not want her to feel that towards. I wanted her to feel a connection with
Right,
Kylo
he
Ren.
came out shirtless. She's like,
That was
"Oh."
so disgusting. Like, so uncomfortable. It wasn't, I don't think it was done well. I don't think that it wasn't organic. It was like trying to force some sort of feeling between the two. Can we just take number 8 out? Like that was just, I mean, that whole forced romance feeling thing. The third one did it well, where there was sort of like a beautiful relationship between the two. And even in the end, when they kissed, it was like, it wasn't overly romantic. It was just maybe a little bit more than platonic, but it felt more real because of the back and forth between the two of them, and then Kylo Ren finally saving her and all that. So it felt a lot more organic than the second one, where I felt like a forced romance. But I definitely didn't think there needed to be romance in this series of books.
I know we're talking about the newer one, so we do apologize here. But other question for you: how did you feel about the romance between was it Finn and that girl? What's her name?
Rose?
Was it Rose?
Rose? Between her, the mechanic?
Yeah.
It's better. It felt better than between her and Rey. But again, unnecessary. There was so much going on. I really didn't think that they needed to add romance into it. But it wasn't overly done, I don't think. It didn't make me feel uncomfortable like between Kylo Ren and Rey.
I have no idea who that is.
I was not a fan. And not because of the romance, where I was not a fan because the whole casino scene.
Ugh.
It was like, yeah, it was just put there for me. I felt like it was just put there for them to have a chemistry and build them to like lovers. But that whole casino scene was the most annoying scene.
It was unnecessary.
Very unnecessary. That really turned me out. That casino scene just turned me out. I was like loving, and then I was like, nah, okay, I'm done with this. So for me, yes, I agree with you. That whole episode needs to go. It wasn't that great. But it really annoyed me that it was a forced chemistry. And I feel bad for that girl because she quit acting because of all the Star Wars hate that she got.
Yeah,
People.
that's sad. That's really sad. She was a good character. I mean, I liked her character. I liked her character. She was a strong character. She was there because her sister died, so she had, a reason to fight. Do you remember that in the beginning?
The whole, I'll save you, Finn. I was like, don't die, don't die. I was like, I'm gonna go through. I do.
I liked her character. I didn't mind her character. I just didn't care for the casino scene. That was unnecessary.
Yes. Okay. Good. So let's go back to the prequels, episode 1. So was Jar Jar Binks as bad as everybody said it is, or she just misunderstood?
He's the worst. The worst, Jar Jar.
Okay, so obviously I don't think that. I did originally. Watching it the first time, I'm like, oh my God, what is this character? Because
So bad.
Star Wars always tries to find some cute character, right? And so yeah, I didn't like him initially, but then he grew on me. Like,
how?
Like grew on you because you saw episode 2 and 3 when he wasn't in it. He just little bits, and you're like, oh my God, I can't take more than that.
But I guess because I watched the Clone Wars and he's a lot better in there than in.
They need to do edits without any of his scenes.
Oh my gosh. You're so mean.
It's bad. It's bad.
So there is a theory out there saying that Jar Jar Binks is a Jedi master and that he was just putting up an act. And but later on, he was going to become this character that was going to be strong and powerful. I don't believe that. I think people just made that up to like it.
Disagree.
There's no way.
Yeah, he plays the good, kind of
Yeah,
the fool.
because even George Lucas was saying that he was meant for comedy,
Comedy
the
relief.
kids, for the little
Mhm.
kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's just no way that he's gonna make him into this big,
Right.
yeah. But yeah, I wasn't a fan. I rewatched it and I was just like, no, I'm not,
But
I'm not feeling him.
there's a lot of important stuff that happens because of him, even though it happened because
He
you know,
flips.
yeah, but something happens, and he just got like he's a very lucky guy. But yeah, I don't think
It's unbearable. His scenes are unbearable.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Episode 2. Did the Anakin and Padme romance ruin the movie, or was it secretly campy fun, like corny fun? What do you think?
I love it.
Fan thing.
I love it. I loved all of it.
You like that? You
I-
quote that? The Sam thing, it just gets everywhere.
I think that Darth Vader wouldn't exist if Padme wasn't there. I don't think that he would have turned to the dark side.
I don't know. I think there would have been something else because Luke was trying to be a Jedi master. That was his whole purpose, and then he got upset because they put him in the Jedi Council, but not as a Jedi master.
You mean Anakin?
Anakin, sorry, Anakin. Yeah,
Mhm.
sorry. So that was his whole purpose in the beginning. He found love, but it doesn't. I mean, then he wanted to become a strong Jedi so he can save her from dying, but I feel that regardless of her there, he would have became Darth Vader. It has been written. It was written already. So I don't think, yeah. The only thing that changed there was that the kids were there, but to me, like he would have still became Darth Vader, no matter what.
I mean, if you're talking about the Force, like fate, because I don't know, this is like aside, like this is I think in Clone Wars or something or maybe it's not in Clone Wars. I've read it somewhere where they said, yeah, Anakin was supposed to be there to balance the Force because he's going to go into the bad side, and
He's the chosen.
He's the chosen one. So he goes in, he defeats Palpatine. So he's doing it from the inside, right? Killing the Sith from the inside. But I mean, then what? You have Kylo Ren. So what now?
Kylo Ren's a different story.
Yeah, but if you're talking about like he's supposed to bring balance to the universe, it's supposed to be balanced. It's not balanced because then you have Kylo Ren, and then Palpatine was still alive.
But he did bring, balance to the universe before the new Star Wars. There was balance. I mean, then it slowly started coming back up.
Yeah. So what balance? I don't know. For me personally, I mean, going back to what you were saying about like the romance between the two. That was what was beautiful for me was like, this kid who fell in love with this girl senator, and then he becomes a Jedi, and then like they finally are sort of Padawan.
He wasn't a Padawan. He was.
She was a Padawan.
I don't know what he was. He wasn't a. He was actually. You're right. He was still a Padawan during those times.
Yeah.
And he romanced her and all that, but but he wasn't because So that's one thing that really I didn't like is like they separated the characters. So the whole purpose was like Obi-Wan is going to be training him to be a great Jedi. So then he takes off to go look at the clones, and then he goes and protects Padme. And then that's one of them is doing something to help and find out this whole mystery of what's going on. And then the other one's just flirting and like he's not doing his job. He's
doing his job.
He's romancing her. He's romancing her. She's blind.
He's protecting her. It's a short period of time that he took for himself. But he's still protecting her though. But again, without that, there wouldn't be Luke Skywalker. I mean, and there wouldn't. I don't think that he would have turned to the dark side. Maybe not. Maybe later, but not as soon, because his whole thing was driven by his love for his mother, that he couldn't save his mom originally, and then seeing the visions of Padme dying and knowing that he can't save her. What can he do to save her? But then he was already kind of like grayish enough where he wasn't, the fact that he fell in love, because you're not supposed to have romance as a Jedi. You're not supposed to, follow your partner. So he was already in that gray area of like not being a strong, disciplined Jedi. So I do think that, yeah, maybe later he could, gone to the dark side, but I think definitely sooner because of his mom and Padme. Agree?
I agree.
She agrees. You're looking at it as an action movie. We're looking at it as a whole.
No, it says that he is chosen one. So regardless of what happens, because he had 2 kids doesn't mean like he still wasn't the chosen one. He still wasn't the because then you're talking about their history now. And then all that, I just feel like as a chosen character, the chosen one, you're going to become that regardless of what happens. If it's rewritten or anything, you're always going to be the chosen one. You can't just because it's this big myth that's been hyped ages and years. So I just don't think that Padme was the reason. I just feel like
regardless, he was always chosen, but that heartbreak made him more evil, right?
I wouldn't say evil. I would say more prone to manipulation from Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was his whole driving force of turning to the dark side was, he wanted to learn the dark powers, the dark force in order to save Padme. That was, to me, that was the whole thing. Everything else, like him not being in the Jedi Council, again, because he's so undisciplined, like how can they? All the Jedi Masters are very disciplined. They know their role. Even, can we talk about Mace at some point? Even Mace Windu, like he's a badass, but like he's still super disciplined. He knows like what his role as a Jedi is. And that's not, there's no romance involved. There's no like emotion. It's doing your duty as a Jedi. And
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
Oh, that's a number.
Not that I know of. It's never.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. I was thinking something else.
You're thinking about oh my god, what's his name? The one that adopted Leia.
No, in the clouds. In the clouds. I was thinking the.
Oh, you're thinking. Wow. See, I haven't watched the originals that many times. I don't remember. It's been years.
Lando.
Yeah.
That's what I was
And then
I was like, man, he had a crush on Prince Leia. So I'm sorry, you distracted me. Where are we going from here? What was the
lightsabers? Purple, red, green, blue.
So you already responded, but Amanda, let me know what you think. Is episode 3 secretly the best prequel? Or to you, is it still all like lame?
I saw them so long ago. Is it supposed to be the best?
Yes.
Up to you. It's your
Yes. Like it's all of Star Wars in that one episode. Everything happens.
I just can't. I can't get behind any of the prequels. Sorry.
Jeez.
They're all right.
So
Yeah,
for
she's
me,
all right.
I think that it's the best prequel to me, hands down. And I like now that I know we're not gonna go too much into the shows, but I like that they're bringing the story of Darth. Was it? How do you say Plagueis? Plagueis.
Plagueis.
Yeah. So they're gonna bring that, which is interesting. I want to see that because that story is what slowly converted Anakin into Darth Vader. He's the one, he was saying the stories bring people back to life. So that's why then Anakin was like, what? Tell me more. So he wants to bring his wife back because he has a dream that she's going to die. He wants to bring her back. So that's slowly what changes everything. So it's cool to, slowly Disney bringing that. So but I know you already said it, but episode 3, the best one.
Absolutely. It's where everything happens. I mean, you get to see it all. If you have to watch one prequel before you watch the originals, that would be the one.
So speaking of the prequels, question for you guys. So when the original 3 came out, there was a lot of hate. Everybody was hating on poor old Anakin's over there. What's his name? Christian. What's his real name? Hayden Christensen. They were hating on him. They were hating on Padme. Everything about it. They were saying that it was too many visual effects, digital CGI. The script, the way they were speaking, it was not how people talked. And yeah, it was. There was a lot of hate. So now, how do you feel about that? Do you hate those movies as much as the Star Wars universe hated them, or are you slowly now appreciating them? Because if you look now, like on social media, people are actually loving, Hayden Christensen and everybody else in those movies, and they appreciate those movies. But to me, I hate and love Phantom Menace. Like, worst movie, but has the best characters in there. I love that about it. But I did watch one of them last night, episode 2. And I agree. The hate they got is because if you look at the movie in general, everything is clean. There's like no dirt, and all the visual effects are sharp. And there's just like really random stuff. Like, so there'll be like me and you talking and a big wide space. I was like, why is everything like wide? Like there's just 2 characters in a big room. Like there's just so much digital effects.
Yeah.
And then 2 is you're going on a prequel. They were saying that it looked more high tech than the original Star Wars, and that ruined it for people.
Yeah.
So there was all this hate for it. But sorry for my rambling. What do you think? Still hate it, or you still show that hate, or were you? I love these prequels.
I've always loved the prequels, so
everybody here prequels.
I get where everybody's coming from, though. I totally get it. But I started with the prequels. I watched The Empire Strikes Back. That was the first movie I ever watched. Didn't care for it. And then, but when I was younger. No, because I'm not a guy. I'm a girl. Like I don't care for all that action stuff. It was like in a world that I didn't understand, and I wasn't connected to the characters. So this is why, for me, it was really important to watch episodes 1 through 3, where I initially watched it because of Natalie Portman. I think she's phenomenal. And Ewan McGregor. And Hayden Christensen, I actually didn't like him because I was waiting for someone else to play Anakin, Jonathan Jackson, who I think is a great actor, and he would have done really, really well. So I already went in with a bias of like not liking Anakin, but loving, Padme and Obi-Wan. And so I liked the first episode. Attack of the Clones was really confusing for me because I didn't understand not watching 4, 5, and 6, I didn't understand the whole Star Wars universe, and I didn't understand these clones. And so that was, now I get it. But I think for me, it really opened up a whole world of Star Wars for me. And so I liked all of it. And I really, again, Revenge of the Sith was like, that was like a standalone movie to me. I didn't like Hayden Christensen's acting, especially the part where he's like, something about my mother, something like the way he said mother always bothers me. But I don't think that he should have gotten the hate that he did. And I felt bad, and I'm so glad that he's back and that there's a new love for him. I think he's a really good actor. He was starting out, I think, at the time. I don't think that he was as good.
He was good. That was George Lucas directing. That's why he told these guys to act. But
the way that he said it, oh my God, I wish you could just pull up that clip of him saying mother. The way he said it was so annoying to me. It felt like acting. It didn't feel real.
I just feel like that's George Lucas.
I don't think so. I think it's Hayden Christensen.
George Lucas got the word.
Because everybody else was fine. Everybody else was really, really good. But his acting, just Hayden Christensen alone, and again, I love him now, and I liked him in all the other movies. Just specifically in Star Wars was a little bit hard for me to get behind. But I do think that he did a really good job of. You can see in his face, in his mannerisms, when he was good and when he started turning bad, kind of like
Yeah.
that journey. Like you could see, so yeah, like they picked the right guy because his eyes, his face, his demeanor, like you can tell he was becoming evil.
I agree.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So let's go to the originals. So what made episode 4 timeless? What makes timeless for you guys? Compared to the others. Like what makes it timeless? So this is the movies I was brought up with.
Mhm.
So
So you talk about it. You tell us.
Me?
Yes.
So for me, what makes it timeless is just the fact that it starts this whole journey. You go from this kid who doesn't know anything, he lives on the farm, and something happens where he meets an old man that tells him who he is. And then that's his journey. It's a journey of him trying to figure out who he is. And in that journey, he finds out his dad, he's got a sister, there's a whole rebellion happening, and he's going to be part of that. Like everything this kid dreams of is happening.
Mhm.
And I also, like I told you in the beginning, I love that each character loses something throughout the movie. Leia losing her planet, losing, her people. The second one is, Luke finding out Darth Vader is his dad, and his dad cuts his arm and he falls to his like potential death.
Mhm.
And then the third one, is gonna be your favorite on, Esau in his crypto, whatever that is. The crypto is what's it? Oh, I forgot. But yeah, he's there, and then he's trying to get out of there. He's about to die. So each character goes through a journey, and I really love that. And it's take time for each character. Like they develop that each character, so you find your favorite. You know everything about them. It's not rushed. So I feel like the newer ones, everything's rushed, and it's
Yeah.
like you don't get that love for those characters. And then the prequels, to me, was just too much CGI and too much George Lucas putting his dialogue. That's too much, because I don't know if you know, but there's this thing to say that what's Princess Leia's real name?
Or yeah. Oh, Carrie Fisher?
Yeah, Carrie
Yeah.
Fisher and the crew were the ones that talked to George Lucas and changed the dialogue from the original 3 because they're like no human talks like that.
Mm.
So I like that he took their input, and that's what made their characters even more beloved because they actually talked to them.
Mhm.
And that's one of the things for me. The prequels was really tough because it was just like nobody talks like that. Who talks about Sam? Like, how am I gonna be romancing someone and be like, yeah, Sam? Like it's everywhere. I'm like, what? No, it doesn't. Like that's what. So yeah, like just small things like it's too much CGI, too much. Everything's taken away from the characters because you're noticing things that you didn't notice before,
Yeah.
And then on the newer ones, I wasn't, it was episode 4 remake, so I liked it. I was like, hey, I didn't mind it. It's just a girl version, so I'm like, okay, I like this take.
Yeah.
But then the other two, I couldn't do it. I didn't like it. I didn't like that they created the force sensitivity. I was like, what is that? Like, Ray, I was like, no, get out of here with that. So they were trying to bring more stuff into it that made no sense.
Yeah.
And we have what 6 movies that never brought it up. So
Mhm.
now you're like this. It was just annoying. They were just trying to bring new stuff,
Yeah.
but it was corny. Like force sensitivity. Like nobody's heard that. Like what? So that didn't make me feel for the characters. I really wanted to like Finn just because the way he was introduced so good, and then they ruined them. The last 2 movies,
Yeah.
like with the hand on the stormtrooper and the bloody hand, and he's like perplexed. He doesn't know what to do. There's Kylo Ren killing people, and he's like he doesn't want to kill people. So I like that, but the original 3 had the great dialogue, the great character development, and might be a slower pace, but it brought everything together. So,
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, the pace it has to be a little bit faster because we're, in a day and age where, everything just needs to happen like this, action-wise. And with everything you said, I mean, even the originals being CGI, I think that he's trying to create this world that is like not our world. And the originals were so grungy, but Star Wars is that. So I think that they could have done better with it. But I think, technology, I mean, what are you going to do? How do you make it dirty? How do you make a world like look dirty CGI, right? So that was the problem there. I mean, I'm more,
what's the
I'm
movie
more,
Attila? They make it look very.
no. But I think that, I'm more storyline driven. So I think that I can excuse the kind of the physicality of the movie itself. Like, I think that the sequels are fast paced because you can't hold the attention span of people anymore. So it has to be like very action driven.
Yeah.
I would probably be bored if it was like as slow as the original Star Wars. But having said that, I mean, it is a good storyline. He opened up a whole universe, and I think that especially for boys, you connect to that orphan character of like becoming a hero. You're like a nobody, and then you go on this journey and you become like this kick-ass like lightsaber, fighting these evil guys. Who doesn't want that? It's a whole Harry Potter. Same thing, right? Harry Potter. Yeah.
All right. Anything on episode 4? Read. That's timeless.
Nothing specific. I mean, I think that's just why I like all the originals. All three of them is because seeing where all these iconic characters come from. Darth Vader and Luke, Yoda, even though he's a Muppet. Stormtroopers and stuff. So it's just cool to see it come to life when it's so surrounded, in pop culture.
So, here we go. This is the first time in history I've met 2 haters, but here we go. Empire Strikes Back. Truly the best Star Wars, or just hyped? I have 2 haters right there.
Oh
They
my
hate it
God.
all. But go on. Let me hear it. Truly the best.
I mean, it's good. It's just a
Like,
guy's
good.
movie. I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, I can't get behind it because it's just there's a lot of action, which is good, and it is a good movie. I just wouldn't say it's the best one. I don't connect to it. That's all I can say. I don't connect to it. There's a lot of action.
Which one is this?
This is where it's his hand kind of.
That's it?
No, that's where they put Han Solo in the
Cryogenic.
the cryogenic.
Yeah. I like it. That's good.
Yeah, the best. That's it.
That's fast.
Just the
I mean, out of the originals, I would say Return of the Jedi was.
That's what we're talking about.
You said Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, sorry. Jedi. That's next. Return of the Jedi. Oh, and we didn't finish. Sorry, I was distracted. I
don't love the originals. I think I watch it because it's part of the whole Star Wars, universe. But I don't know. Can't say much.
The Empire Strikes Back. That's the best intro. Down the ice planet, and the fight, the war going on. That's where you meet the what's it called? Those big walking robots.
There's so much
Then-
fighting and
And then that's when Luke gets captured by that beast. That's the best intro. Oh, crap.
what is it? Hoth? What's that? the creatures or the planet? I don't even remember.
The creature
It's-
that Luke fought.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
So let's go to favorite one here. Let me see. It was a Wampa and the ice planet Hoth.
The ice planet Hoth.
Yeah, Wampa. But yeah, so this is my least favorite one, but of the originals. But I guess two people here love it. Should they have ended the saga here instead of making sequels, or what you think of Episode 6? That's where you're talking about. Actually, they weren't puppets; they were stuffed.
Robotics.
No, small. Well, is that?
Oh, are you talking about Ewoks?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were talking about Yoda. Okay, yeah.
Ewoks too. Yeah.
Oh, they're so cute.
They are. They're super cute. They're really, really cute.
That's where what's his name started his career.
That guy.
Yeah, what's his name? From he was in Harry Potter too.
Yeah. I don't remember his name. Some Paul. Is it Paul?
Yeah, cool. Tell me what you guys think.
What are we talking about? Which one? The sequels. Was it necessary after Return of the Jedi?
So, what you think of Return of the Jedi, and then should have ended it there, or you okay with the sequels?
I liked Return of the Jedi. I was okay with it ending. I was excited that they got sequels. I mean, we thought it ended. We thought the story was over because what more? Darth Vader's dead. What more is there, right? But obviously there's more to tell. I wish that there would have been an in-between. Like if we were going to get more Star Wars, I wish we would have gotten an in-between Rey, Force Awakens and Return of the Jedi to see what Luke did, to see what happened after.
Yeah.
Right? That I would have been interested in that because I think we all connect to Luke Skywalker, even though he was whiny and everything. He grows to be a very wise, guilt-ridden, master. And I would have liked to see the journey there. There's so many more stories to tell that would have been, I think, better. But I'm glad we got Carrie Fisher for the time that we did. Hopefully maybe in the future, if they want to do more, they could do that kind of, with a different actor, obviously. The in-between of what happens now, like what happened after, Darth dies and where does Luke go? What does he do? I mean, his dad, like he just found out that it was his dad and he never got to have like a relationship. So, what does he do with all this power? Ben is dead. Yoda's dead. Where does he go from here? How does the universe, you move forward, like with all the Sith Lords, or which is the two, with them dead. So that would have been interesting.
Yep.
But I'm glad. I mean, obviously we got some good sequels, whether people agreed about it or not. I mean, obviously the numbers, don't lie. It was interesting. It was, I mean, you went and watched it, so
I did.
It was the only time I ever took off work to go watch a movie. So it was that. I was that excited.
Oh, and his name is Warwick Davis.
That's not what I was thinking of.
No. So, what about you? Return of the Jedi. Should have ended it there. Should like the movie, and then should have ended it.
Which one is that?
That's with the Ewoks.
I mean, I like that it ended there and then took a break and then the whole another set of movies came out. It was a good pausing point for sure.
So I wasn't a fan of the movie. I wasn't. I mean, it was creative where they went back, like not using high tech weapons to fight the Republic. That kind of annoyed me, like they're using rocks and wood. But I get it. But I eventually enjoy it. But there are a few scenes that I do like about it, and that's with Luke and Darth Vader, and the Palpatine, the three of them, and that's where he kills Palpatine, and then he does that burial for his dad, that burial when he burns his dad like that, and then you see the planet goes up to the planet. So I thought it was really great cinema, like great everything in that scene, even the score. Like the score was really good. But I agree with you. It should have been gone into Luke and what he does to move on forward in his journey instead of what we got. I was not a fan of the newer one, but we'll go into that more. But yeah, it was an all right ending of the trilogy, but to me it was we didn't need to do this. But I get why we do it. So I get
We need cute little.
yes, I get it. But I'll take that. But I'll tell you this, like that one and episode 1 were my least favorite. I did not like it. But now they're in the I'll watch it and enjoy them because 2 movies came out. Star Wars played them. Beat them on not liking them. So I'll go over those in a bit here.